Hi everyone, welcome to how to boost a Facebook post or an event. Now, why should you boost a Facebook post? Well, according to Facebook, boost posts appear higher in news feeds, so you have a better chance of your audience seeing them. I'm going to take you through the session. It'll be about 10 minutes, and I'll show you how you can boost a post or an event. So I've set up an event, and it's called LinkedIn Basics. And you'll see on the side of the event, once it's been set up, you'll have this little box. And if you look at the bottom, it says Boost Event. Now, if I click on that, it'll take me through to the information to boost the event. But I'll show you what a boost post looks like. The process for both of them are exactly the same. So the only difference is that you'll click on Boost Post. Now, what kinds of posts should you be boosting? I want you to think about your posts from your customer perspective. So hopefully when you post, all your posts are designed around the engagement of your customer. But if you do perhaps pop in an inspirational quote or an inspirational saying or a funny little thing with a happy Friday or whatever it is, then I personally wouldn't boost those kind of posts. For me, that's a bit of a waste of money. What I would do though is I would boost those inspirational quotes if your whole page is about inspiration. That's a little bit different. So remember, it's about who your audience is, what your product or service is, and how you're going to engage that audience. Now, your posts, when you are posting, they must be relevant to your audience. Posts can't be false or deceptive or misleading, and they definitely can't contain spam. And your claims, if you are making claims, they have to be substantiated. So if I clicked Boost Post, and this is particularly for the event, again, if you're doing Boost Post or Boost Event, it'll look exactly the same. You'll see that I have 3 types of audiences. So people who like your page. Now, this is absolutely fantastic because if you've set up your page a while ago, you'll see that post engagement, organic growth, organic reach is going down. And that's because of Facebook's algorithm. So what you really want to do is you want to find another way to reach everybody that's liked your page. Now, assuming that you didn't buy likes, this is absolutely fantastic for you to use because this gets your post on the people that have actually taken the time out to like your page. You'll see that Facebook put an automatic budget in. So in this case, they've put $7. It's generally where they start. But if you see that there's the drop-down button, drop-down menu, you can choose the amount that you want to boost a post for. And then if you have a look over here, it's telling me how many people. If I click on people who already liked my page, it's telling me that I can reach about 1.4 million people, but because I'm only paying $7, I'm probably going to reach about 2,000 people. Now, this is really interesting for you to understand. It doesn't mean, because let's say you only have, in my case, on my page, I think it's 1,500 odd people on the page, somewhere around there. That doesn't mean that all 1,500 for the $7 is going to get the post to their timeline. It simply means that it will go to X amount of timelines, but people that look at their page will be able to see the post as well. So the more that you are paying, the more people will see the post because it'll be on the timelines a little bit longer. It will go to the timelines a little bit more, etc. And then, of course, you can boost this post. And you can choose again on the drop-down whether you boost the post for 1 day, for 7 days, for 28 days. That's your choice. But I want to treat you a little hint and a little trick here. And this is what I call the $1 a day tip. All that means is that you take a post and you boost it for 1 day for $1. That's it. And you do this every day with different types of posts and watch how your audience engagement starts going up. What I suggest though is that you're monitoring the post. So you're monitoring how they are doing. If a post is doing really well, then boost it for another day for another $1. So if you really have a post that is absolutely getting lots of likes on your page and engagement, keep boosting that post. So it's called the $1 a day tip. Now, if we talk about people who like your page and their friends, the difference between the audience that just like your page is that the post only goes up on their page. But if you click people who like your page and their friends, the post will go into the news feeds of both people that have liked your page and their friends. And you can see now that my reach is up a little bit more over here. So it's telling me for $7, this reach can go right up to, at this moment in time, about, they'll be in the region of about, 7,000 people. So 7,000 people for $7, that's not bad, somewhere around there. And what I've done is I've boosted this post for 7 days. The only reason why I've boosted this particular post for 7 days is because it's an event as opposed to just a post. So posts $1 a day, but this still works out to $1 a day for 7 days. Ordinarily, what I would do is I would actually put a proper advert in for an event, but I am boosting a post for this particular one. Now you can, and this is what I really love about Facebook, because the targeting is so specific, you can actually choose who you want to see this post. So you can go and either get people who like your page or their friends, or you can get a completely different audience coming to have a look at this post and hopefully getting some new page likes. Talk about this. So if I click on edit audience, then you'll see that it will give me the audience's interests, location, ages, and gender. What I then want to do is, and I'll give this post or this audience a title. Now, it's important to title the audience correctly because you'll see you'll have that audience to come back to next time you do a boost post. I call this one online training, but what I should have done is put online training NZ-AUS so that it could show me that I was targeting this particular post to New Zealand and Australian audience. You can choose the countries that you want the post to go to. Obviously, the more countries you put in, the more Facebook is going to show you the reach. However, your reach is still only going to be the same. So for $7, you're only going to reach X amount of people. It will basically show you that you need to put more money into it to reach more people. But let's stop here for a second and really think about how we've advocated for knowing who your target audience is, knowing who your customer is. Because if you said that your customer was only local, only women, for example, and only women that were between the ages of 30 and 55, then that's the type of audience that you want to boost this post to, especially if you can boost it to a whole area. In the countries where you see countries, if you drop down there, you can choose by suburb as well. So for example, if you are someone that delivers yoga classes to a particular area, in a particular area, you then won't put countries in there, but you can put the suburbs around you in there and make sure then that you're targeting this post particularly to people in that suburb. Great strategy, because then your post is only going to Facebook users in that particular suburb. And of course, in that age group, and whether they're men or women or however you've chosen. So really understand your target audience. You can change the age group by clicking on the drop-down buttons. However, again, knowing who your audience is, if you are targeting a younger generation, click on the younger. If you are somebody that's selling something that is, for example, alcohol related, then you have to put the age of 21. If you try and do a boost post with alcohol or anything like that that is under 21, the post will be rejected. Then if you have a look, you can also put in all the interests. So you can choose what the interests of the people that are your audience are interested in. So for example, if you are a photography page, then and you want to sell photography equipment, and that's what you're doing on your page, and you're giving a whole lot of hints and tips on photography and things like that, then find people that are interested in photography. So your interests would be photography. The same with travel or with anything. You can literally type any words in there and you'll get the people that have on Facebook said that that is their interest. Those are the people who this post will hone in on. And of course you can leave it blank. And then you save. Is your advert being approved or declined, depending on what Facebook have to say about it. But let's have a look over here. So you'll see that online training has come up there. That's my target audience. And if I want to, I can create another audience. And I wanted to show you now the reach has hit now 7.7 million people is the ultimate reach that I can get. But again, I'm only going to be getting into about 2,500 people that I can see over here. Once we've saved this advert, you'll get something that says we're reviewing your post to make sure it meets ad guidelines. This usually takes 60 minutes and the post will be approved. So they're pretty quick with getting the post approved. This over here is having a look at the post from the perspective of an actual customer. So I'm in my profile at the moment having a look at this post, and you'll see because I have boosted an event, Facebook automatically put the join button in. Have a look at the event and you'll see that up front it's got the name of the event, it's got the date, and it's got the link to the event. Now that link to the event is the first line in the event post. So I have very cleverly put that link up first before I wrote anything else in there. That shows in the event. And you can see that I'm posting as myself. This went up, so this was approved, and this was 5 minutes after the advert was approved or after the post was approved. And you'll see that it had reached 2 people, it had 1 view, no engagement so far. That's fine, because it's already starting to get out there and people are starting to see it. So that's the way that you boost a post. What I also did in the meantime is I changed the title from just LinkedIn Basics to LinkedIn Do You Want to Make an Impact? And I can keep changing that title while this post is running. I can change it any time, even afterwards, but when people come in, the post will change. Now, very important for you to know that whatever you are posting needs to meet Facebook's ad guidelines, whether it's a post or an advert. So some of the things that you need to be aware of is the post must be relevant to your audience. The posts can't be false, they can't be deceptive, they can't be misleading, and they cannot contain spam. And if you're claiming anything, your claims must be substantiated. Now, I put a post up once for somebody, and she was a genuine fitness instructor. We put a post up with before and after photos on the fitness, which she could substantiate the claims, but Facebook actually rejected that post and said it was under false advertising. So be careful of that. I'm not saying don't put those kind of posts up, but if they are rejected, you will have to go back to Facebook and substantiate, and they could still reject it. You can see all the Facebook ad guidelines at this link. Texts on photos. So if you do put a post up, so you've got the writing in the post, and then you've got a photo, the photo can't have text on it of more than 20% of the space of that photo. I promise you it'll be rejected straight away. And don't forget the $1 a day tip. Go out there and do it. Thank you.